What looked like an ordinary afternoon at Boston Public Garden suddenly turned into one of the most talked about BTS moments online. Fans were already excited after Kim Taehyung, Jeon Jungkook, and J-Hope were seen enjoying some quiet time together. But within hours, photos and videos from their visit spread everywhere. Then, ARMY noticed something that almost everyone had missed at first glance. It wasn't a performance. It wasn't an official schedule. And it wasn't something anyone expected to become the center of attention. Yet, one tiny detail hidden in the footage sparked thousands of discussions across social media. Was it simply a coincidence, or was there more to the moment than people first realized? Stay with us as we break down exactly what fans discovered, why this unexpected detail is going viral, and what can actually be confirmed from the footage. As more photos and fan-recorded videos from Boston Public Garden surfaced, people began replaying the same few seconds over and over again. At first, the visit appeared completely casual. Kim Taehyung was sitting comfortably on a park bench, while Jeon Jungkook stood nearby holding what looked like filming equipment. J-Hope was also present, chatting naturally as the small production team prepared their cameras. Everything seemed relaxed, almost like friends enjoying a quiet afternoon between busy schedules. But the internet rarely stops at first impressions. Within hours, ARMY started zooming in on different angles of the footage, comparing photos taken from opposite sides of the park and noticing details that many viewers had overlooked. Some pointed out how naturally the three members interacted with each other despite cameras constantly surrounding them. Others became curious about the filming setup itself, wondering whether this was simply behind-the-scenes content or part of a larger project that had not yet been announced. The discussion quickly spread across social media. Every newly uploaded photo seemed to reveal another small detail. Different camera positions, changing sunlight, and the members' movements throughout the afternoon gave fans more pieces to examine. Soon, countless theories appeared online, each attempting to explain why multiple cameras were present and what exactly was being recorded. It is important to note that these online theories remain fan speculation unless officially confirmed. The available photos and videos show the members spending time in the park with camera equipment and staff, but they do not confirm the purpose of the filming. Even so, that uncertainty has only made the story more interesting for fans following every update. Then another observation caught people's attention. Several fans noticed that the group appeared surprisingly comfortable despite being in a very public location. Instead of rushing from one place to another, they seemed to take their time between shots, occasionally looking around the park and interacting with the crew. That relaxed atmosphere led many viewers to believe there could be much more footage than the short clips currently circulating online. As excitement continued to build, one question began appearing everywhere. If these brief moments have already generated millions of views and endless discussions, what else happened during their time at Boston Public Garden that hasn't been released yet? That question has kept fans watching every new upload, hoping the next angle or previously unseen clip might finally reveal the answer. As the footage continued circulating online, another detail gradually became the focus of the conversation. This time, it wasn't about who was sitting where or who was standing next to whom. Instead, fans became fascinated by the atmosphere surrounding the entire visit. Unlike a typical public appearance filled with barriers and crowds, the scenes from Boston Public Garden looked surprisingly calm. The members appeared relaxed, the crew worked quietly, and everything unfolded at an unhurried pace. That unexpected setting encouraged fans to examine every frame more closely. Some viewers noticed professional cameras positioned at different angles around the park. Others pointed out that staff members occasionally adjusted equipment while the members remained in place, suggesting that multiple shots were being recorded rather than a single casual clip. Because no official explanation accompanied the photos, discussions quickly shifted toward what kind of content might have been filmed. At this point, it's important to separate confirmed observations from fan speculation. The images clearly show Kim Taehyung, Jeon Jungkook, J-Hope, camera operators, and production equipment in the park. However, the exact purpose of the filming has not been publicly confirmed. Any suggestions about upcoming content or specific projects remain fan theories rather than established facts. That uncertainty only fueled even more curiosity. As additional angles emerged from different visitors, People began comparing timestamps, lighting, and camera positions to understand how long the group had actually stayed in the park. Some clips lasted only a few seconds, while others revealed moments before and after the cameras rolled. Together, they painted the picture of a carefully organized visit that involved far more activity than first appeared online. Then fans noticed something even more intriguing. Several photos captured moments when the production crew seemed to be waiting instead of actively filming. For many viewers, this raised new questions. Were they preparing for another scene? Had filming already finished? Or was the team simply taking a short break before continuing? Without official confirmation, nobody could answer with certainty. But every unanswered question encouraged even more people to revisit the available footage. The conversation soon expanded beyond the park itself. Fans began wondering whether Boston Public Garden was just one stop among several filming locations, or whether this location had been chosen for a specific creative reason. The peaceful scenery, tree-lined walkways, and historic surroundings made the visit stand out, leading many to believe there could be much more to the story than the clips currently available. And just when it seemed every visible detail had already been analyzed, another angle surfaced online that immediately reignited the discussion. This newly shared footage revealed a perspective that many fans hadn't seen before, prompting a fresh wave of observations and raising one question that still hasn't been answered. What exactly happened during the moments that the public cameras didn't capture? As more visitors who had been at Boston Public Garden that day started sharing their own photos, the timeline of the visit became much clearer. Instead of one brief appearance, it seemed the group spent enough time in the area for multiple people to capture different moments from completely different locations. Each new image filled in another small piece of the puzzle, but it also introduced brand new questions that no one could answer immediately. One photo showed Kim Taehyung quietly looking across the park while crew members adjusted their equipment nearby. Another captured Jungkook speaking with staff before turning toward the filming area. J-Hope appeared equally relaxed, occasionally interacting with the crew as everything was being prepared. None of these moments seemed dramatic on their own. Yet together, they created an atmosphere that felt carefully planned rather than spontaneous. That realization immediately changed the conversation online. Instead of focusing only on the members themselves, many fans shifted their attention toward the production team. They noticed the variety of cameras being used, the different filming angles, and the number of staff members moving around the location. Those visible details suggested that the visit involved more than someone casually recording with a handheld camera. At the same time, there has been no official announcement explaining exactly what was being filmed. Therefore, any conclusions about the project remain speculative. Meanwhile, another observation spread rapidly across fan communities. Several viewers pointed out that the members appeared completely comfortable despite the growing attention around them. Rather than reacting to every person who recognized them, they stayed focused on the activity taking place, occasionally smiling and naturally continuing with their schedule. That calm approach became another major talking point, with many fans commenting on how smoothly everything unfolded. As the clips continued circulating, people began stitching together videos from different angles to create a more complete sequence of events. One recording showed the members arriving from one direction, while another appeared to capture moments later from the opposite side of the park. Although each individual clip lasted only a few seconds, combining them offered a much broader view of the visit than anyone had seen initially. Then something unexpected happened. A previously unseen video surfaced online, recorded from much farther away than the others. Because of its wider perspective, viewers could see activity happening outside the frame of the more popular clips. While the footage did not provide any definitive answers, it immediately sparked another wave of discussion, with fans carefully comparing it to every earlier recording in search of new clues. Whether that newly discovered angle changes the overall story remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. The Boston Public Garden visit continues to attract attention because each new photo or video reveals another small detail that keeps fans coming back for a closer look. And if additional footage from that day is eventually released, it could answer the very question that has dominated the discussion since the first images went viral. By this point, the online conversation had moved far beyond the original photos. What started as excitement over Kim Taehyung, Jeon Jungkook, and J-Hope being seen together in Boston had turned into a frame-by-frame investigation by fans determined to understand every moment of the visit. Every few hours, another image or short clip appeared, and with each new upload, fresh discussions began. One of the biggest reasons the story refused to disappear was the number of questions that still remained unanswered. The members clearly spent time at Boston Public Garden with a professional production crew, yet no official statement explained what the filming was for. That lack of confirmation encouraged fans to keep searching for clues, comparing every available angle without jumping to conclusions. Then another detail began attracting attention. Some viewers noticed that the filming crew occasionally changed positions around the park instead of staying in one place. This suggested that multiple scenes may have been recorded from different perspectives. While that observation does not confirm the purpose of the shoot, it does indicate that the team was working methodically rather than capturing only a single spontaneous moment. As more people analyzed the background instead of focusing solely on the members, they began spotting details that had gone unnoticed during the first wave of viral posts. The surrounding pathways, nearby benches, and even the direction the cameras were facing all became part of the discussion. Fans attempted to reconstruct the sequence of events using only publicly available photos and videos, creating one of the most detailed timelines the fandom had ever assembled from a casual public appearance. Even longtime ARMY admitted that this visit felt different, not because of any dramatic event, but because almost every new angle seemed to reveal another piece of information. The more people looked, the more they realized that the viral clips represented only a small portion of what had happened throughout the afternoon. Still, one mystery remains unsolved. Several people who were present that day have hinted that additional footage exists, but has not yet been shared publicly. Whether those unseen clips simply show more of the filming process or provide a clearer explanation of why the members visited Boston Public Garden remains unknown. Until more material is released or an official announcement is made, the most interesting moments may still be the ones fans haven't seen. And if another unseen video eventually appears, it could completely change how everyone interprets the visit from the very beginning. That's exactly why thousands of fans are still watching closely, waiting for the next piece of the story to emerge.